Musicians' hell. I've played in many groups, and unless you're playing composition, structured stuff, I find over 3, you've got a problem. It's a way of making some music together. Which they probably wouldn't have made. I don't know whether they would have made it on their own. As a group this big, it would be very difficult to do it without someone standing at the front kind of sectioning it off and bringing stuff in and out. It tends to go into a sort of wall of noise and get a group this big. Actually, this is an extremely big group to do that, even that with.
Well, being a couple of guys, a couple of friends, we started GULAYU Arkeztra in a place in a remote island in Pulau Ubin, and I had these guys who couldn't play music, but we had a lot of time and we had a lot of recycled objects. We had a lot of things that could make interesting sounds. So what I did was that I made them play these sounds. And try to come out with an explosion of sounds, coming from different textures, which produces different tones and different notes sometimes. Last night's experience with GULAYU Arkeztra and Mike Cooper was very extraordinary, especially on my end.
For the GULAYU Arkeztra, mainly my role was to gather as many musicians and non-musicians as possible.
We had 28 musicians, I think. Should we say 28 players? Yes, they were people that could play very well, and some people that probably maybe hadn't played at all before, which was an interesting mixture, so we moved in between. And I did a conduction, which is a conducted improvisation, which is basically a way of getting people to make a piece of music together that they may not have made left to their own devices to come up with.
And GULAYU Arkeztra this time didn't have as much non-musicians as we aimed to be having. In fact, we had a lot more musicians than non-musicians, but it was interesting in the sense that
the thing is, after getting these people, we have to decide on who's going to play what.
It was quite interesting because the range of musical styles that the people could play was quite interesting.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, Mike Cooper was practically playing with the sounds that the GULAYU Arkeztra can produce. I mean, he'll play around with the vibraphones and the guitar sound, the string sounds, and the wind instruments, and I don't know, in a way that even though we do not have a standard note to follow or a standard key, it sounded, yeah, it still sounded good from where I'm standing.
There were only 2 people there really, and they both played electronics that were really free music improvisers, I guess, in terms of what of European free improvising definition. European free improvising.
One of my favorite parts were how the voice segments, or the voice section was arranged, and they come out with fantastic dynamics of vocal or voice improvisation, with the conduction of Mike Cooper. Yeah.
The I got one that's also flanking.
There's not that one there.
Oh no man, I'm not trained, I'm a non-musician so I don't know, by right, properly? It sounds right, and if I want to get the sharp sound, I'll use this. But I guess they selected this for me because it's a very...
No, like green color one.
Usually, I'm actually closer to the
Tiny ones, but we got enough for you.
We all ready? Follow the instructions that are on these pieces of paper. They're all pretty easy instructions. It's like, can you all see this? Yeah. It's all big enough. Solo. That means play a solo. That's not what you think it means. That means that I'm going to stop you any moment now, because there might be more than one of you playing at the same time. You might all be playing. So I'll whiz that across.
Stab.
Stab.
What's that?
A stab means you go bam, bam, bam. Now you might go bam, I might go bam, bam, bam. I might go bam, 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 bam. So you've got to watch and pay attention to that.
Oh, that's good too.
That's the one we like most. Two together. When I go like this, means everybody, or I point individuals. So that's why it's important you sit, so that you don't think I'm pointing at somebody else. If I point at you, play. Whatever. You just play whatever you want to play. If I point at you, I might randomly point at people just to when I want you to stop, you have to pay attention. This is probably the hardest instruction, is when to stop, because you have to watch me. When I go like that, you stop. It's no good laughing, because you'll miss it. They all do. Yeah. These two, this means a sustained note, as low as possible.
When do we start?
We start at our concert. And you start all of these instructions when it comes down. You don't start playing until that comes down. That's also quite difficult. This one is sustain the highest note possible you can find. Same thing. You don't start till it comes down. You stop and I go like that. Stabs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go. Are you plugged in? Give us some sound, man.
Cool guy.
Is that it? No, you can't stop. You can't choose to stop. Well, you can, but there will be a silence, and it's okay. If there's a silence, it's fine. Silence is part of the music. So if you actually want to stop playing before I've told you to stop, that's fine. And then I'll tell you to stop.
Oi, 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 la chica da